Hey y'all, it's the Calm Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Hey Soul Family, back again. I'm Erica, your favorite Astro homegirl. And this one, guys, is going to be on Cardi B. We're going to do an update on STEFFON'S, and of course, we cannot leave out Offset, okay? So first, let me just say welcome back for all of you guys that's been riding with me, and welcome to all of you guys who are new here. And for you newbies, I always do a little bit of the astrology first before we get down to business and get into the cards, because it better helps me understand the energy of them as we get down to business and get into the reading. So ride with me. So we know that Cardi, they came and said this weekend that her and STEFFON'S bought a home together, okay? I think it's safe to say that Offset continues to crash out. I think a little back and forth between the guys, a little bit between Stefan, and a little bit of energy between Offset. So we're going to tap into all of that and see what the heck is really going on and what's really the head and the outcome of all of this mess. Okay, so let's pull up Cardi's chart. And we do know, already that she is a Libra sun, honey, through and through. So let's pull up the current transits right now. And also STEFFON'S is a Sagittarius sun, as well as Offset being a Sagittarius sun. Okay, so she has a type. Let me remind y'all, okay? So the sun and the moon is now in Capricorn. So this is about, planning, new plans, details, putting things together that she can continue to build on and move forward. Well, we clearly see her in a space, buying homes, all of those type of things. Capricorn is what that is all about, taking action and getting structure in your life, getting things in order, making plans, Mercury is in Sagittarius as well as Venus is in Sagittarius. So it's safe to say Stefan is in his energy, and these two could be really enjoying each other and communicating well with one another at this time, okay? Mars is in Capricorn, where you take action again. They moved in together, so that's what they're saying, right? Jupiter is in Cancer, Cardi. We don't need no more children, child, but seriously, but Jupiter is in Cancer, and that's a very blessed aspect. So I hope everybody's getting some good energy. I must be about to receive some money. I receive it, so let me put money in the hand in my pocket, right? Her Saturn current transit is in Pisces, the industry, okay? So I think that it's safe to say Saturn, industry, career. People worried about if this girl gonna really get on this tour or is she gonna not get on this tour, okay? So that's safe to say that the transit is dead on the money, right? And also she been taking little trips here and there, like traveling, I think, back and forth or doing things with Stefan. So also Uranus is in Taurus, so we're going to see how this tour go, because this is about resources and money. They just spent money to buy a house, but it could be a shakeup in her resources ahead with this tour. We don't know. We're going to get into the cards and see, right? Neptune industry, she is got her rose-colored glasses on when she's looking at this man, allegedly, right? So it's safe to say, and Chiron energy to me always is in Aries right now. To me, it always pertains to Cardi, because she's always like, I'm a badass bitch. I'm this, I'm that. To me, she got to speak those affirmations into herself. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, her identity could be something that she kind of battles back and forth with. So what I do give her credit for is you gotta be, put that confidence in yourself. So when she come down here and be talking all that, I'm a bad bitch, I got good pussy, all that, that's all that it, goes with. And, it's in the energy. Offset is a Sagittarius sun, so all of this energy applies. And we do see them, moving around, traveling, doing shows, doing work, giving back, all the things. As well as a shift in how they all are viewing things and viewing each other. So, I'm going to pull a few clips of what's currently going on with her. And let's get into the messages and see what's really going on with these three, because they done had some energy going on back and forth in the past few weeks. I want to say they said that Stefan and Offset got into a little push and tug. So let's get in here and see what's going on, all right? Let's get into it. Okay, so family, these are a few quick clips, just updates, Cardi and Stefan, and just the energy that's around them before we get into the reading and the cards. I always like to give you guys visuals. So these are quick. Just wanted to share them with you. Just kind of picking up the energy. I definitely want to hear what you guys think. All right. So shout out to Be With The T, y'all. Go give her a follow. All right. I love her and her content. So shout out to Be With The T. Let's get into the messages, guys.
It's been a lot of speculation going around about Cardi B and her tour that's supposed to pop off in February. Now, a lot of people are feeling like this tour is not going to happen and Cardi B is going to back out. It's been fans making sure to tell other people to make sure you get insurance on your tickets. It's been people speculating, like I said, that this tour is just simply not going to happen. Now, it's also people speculating that Cardi B doesn't want to go on tour because she wants to keep an eye on her man Steffon'S. So this blind item reads, this former A+ list rapper is really trying to get out of her upcoming tour. She just wants to stay home with the kids and make sure her most recent baby daddy cheats as little as possible. Cardi B, Steffon'S. So what's interesting about that blind item alleging that she wants to stay home as much as possible is the fact that Cardi B and Steffon'S just bought a $2.5 million home. And Cardi B did address these rumors because these rumors have been going around for about the past few months.
And a lot of people think that I'm not gonna go on tour, and it's like, honey, Live Nation gave me a check, I'm going. There was a check that it was given, and there was a check that I gotta go get. I'm going to get that check. So
y'all asking me if I'm gonna go on tour in February, and the answer is yes. Now, this is not my first rodeo. This is my fourth child.
So it's no secret that Steffon'S is not really faithful to Cardi B. He has several children. I think he still has another baby on the way. I don't know. I lost count. And it's been allegations he is allegedly gay. It's been men who came out and exposed him for having a sexual relationship with him, allegedly, okay? So it's no secret that he is not faithful. And to be honest, it doesn't seem like Cardi B really cares. I mean, it's been multiple women who have came out and blasted him for cheating on Cardi B with receipts, and men, and Cardi B has not budged. So her missing out on millions and millions of dollars to stay at home to keep an eye on Steffon'S is crazy. And one thing I can say about Cardi B is she is about her money and she's a hard worker. And also she mentioned that she signed a contract with Live Nation. I highly doubt she's gonna just throw that to the side so she can watch her man to make sure he doesn't cheat, because he gonna cheat either way it go. Whether she's at home or whether she's on tour, he's gonna do what he does. So I do believe that Cardi B is gonna go through with this tour, and if she doesn't, I'm pretty sure she's gonna have a very serious lawsuit on her hands. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Do you think Cardi B is gonna go on tour? Now, Cardi B starts touring on February 11th all the way through April. Do you guys have your tickets? Are you gonna go? Do you believe she's gonna follow through, or do you believe it's gonna be some canceled dates, or do you believe the tour is gonna be canceled all the way around? Y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this below. That's like Steffon'S and Cardi B are moving forward with their relationship. Now, these two just had a baby boy together, and it's now being reported that they just bought a $2.5 million home in Easton, Massachusetts. Now, this is allegedly to be closer to Steffon'S, being that he plays for the New England Patriots. And the house is gorgeous. Take a look. And y'all already knew that home was gonna be.
Okay, so family, let's get into it. So we're going to start with the current energy of Cardi B right now. We're going to start with her current energy, and then, we'll progress on down the road into all the other, to the characters, to the story, okay? So let's get into it. I already best the cards, but let's just ask, okay? Okay, let's see what's up with her. What is Cardi's current energy? Let's see which deck I want to start with. Okay. Ooh, those right there. All right. We'll start with I'll start with these, and then we'll work our way. I hope y'all doing good. Kicking it, enjoying y'all holidays. Can y'all believe we are like, wow, just days away to Christmas Eve? That is crazy, right? Cardi B's. Let's see. Some current energy right now. Oh, eggs. You gotta be ready, huh? Okay. My bad. Okay. Because of the way they came, I'ma still look at them like sideways too, even though I'm lining them up. Because still I can see the messages, just so you know. Extra, so let's see. Okay. Okay, so that popped up like that, so we're gonna keep it like that. Okay. All right, so we're gonna leave those the way they feel. So let's do it this way. And this was the bottom card and the next card, okay? So let's get into her current energy, guys. Miss Belle Cuisine. Is that what one of the girls say her name like that, I think? It's so funny. All right. Miss Cardi B. I'm just unpacking the energy, guys, as we get started, okay? And it's crazy because we ain't even asked relationships, and that's why I was like, it's a lot of times just asking the current energy gets us a lot of the answers that y'all are already looking for. So let's get into it. The first card that she hands out the deck, guys, is the Three of Wands, okay? So I'm going to say this. Even before we get the ball rolling, right? And just get into her energy and in her messages, the first message that comes out the gate is delays, right? I said it. I think I can't remember because we do reading, but I want to say that I remember saying something about her tour. She may run into some issues. It's gonna be something about canceled dates or delays or something along this energy, right? It comes in the messages right away. Remember, she said, "I'm ready to work." It's in the messages. I'm ready to work. I got 3 kids, but what I think, when I say when you young, I'm not, but when you young like that, you just, you think because you did it 3 times, it's this how it's going to be again. When people don't really understand, every pregnancy is different. Every single one. And, each time for most of us, that are moms, your body took some form of a change that wasn't like that before, and it stayed like that. So she can't really take, her health lightly. All right. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Because she focused on the snapback, but also in this energy, like I said, it's the delays of that tour that's coming up. Okay. She got some energy. Trying to find the balance. She got a lot going on. And remember, that's always sort of kind of her energy, which, I guess you could say Libra energy, the scales here and there, finding the balance. And that's the energy that she's in right now. She got really 2 newborn. I wouldn't say newborn, but 2 babies for sure, And when we say babies, probably one and the other one ain't even came from heaven to earth that much longer ago. Maybe 6 weeks or 2 months or something like that. But anyhow, that's what's happening with her. Trying to find the balance between work, dealing with Steffon's Diggs, all of the things. She got her hands in a lot of fire. I mean, yeah, that's what they say, hands in a lot of fires. The 3 of Pentacles is here. It's interesting because it's 3, 3, 3. And we ain't even got into a love aspect. We're just talking about financial situation right now. Her current energy in her life, how she's moving, what's going on with her career. Because this also represents, guys, a pause in her album. Have we heard anything else since it came out? Right? It's like it was up and gaining momentum, and now it's here. We here now. She got an energy of, an ancestor right here too. This 3 of Pentacles is about teamwork, and this to me would represent she's working on other projects and collaborations with, other people. One thing about her, when one thing isn't going well, you have to give her credit. She, even though it may be behind the scenes, but she working on, more brand deals, more things like that. And at some point, again, the shift in the title change, and we may get a chance to see her come back on TV. She did well with the Love and Hip Hop thing. She was a character on that show. But the moon is here, right? And I'm going to take it back with the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands, okay? So, I'm going to just say it for what it is. And she's always been candid about her sex life and, how she moves and vice versa. But this gives me 3-party energy, right? Because it's back to back and they're right, beside each other. And by this one being in reverse and this one being upright, this represents to me an energy of an unconventional, the threesome situation, or you get what I'm saying. And I think Cardi's been very candid about that energy. Well, it's in the messages, right? Some more news is gonna come out. Some form of secrets. It's an energy around that moon. And another thing about Cardi too, she gets caught up so much in the idea of just being in love, in the energy that she can kind of get foggy too, not being able to see clearly. you know, when it comes to Stefan, she definitely needs to be more aware and more alert, okay? It's so interesting because it's a Queen of Wands here in reverse, right? And that could just be the energy that she's in. Remember, she's supposed to be working on this tour, creating this project, plans of action, but clearly you can see delays, right? And it's also going to be some news to come out too. I know they said that some of the tours or the tickets weren't selling that well. So we may hear energy around that has to do with this tour because they right up under each other. You see that? This Queen of Wands energy is like a jealous energy, you know? And to me, even though Cardi, when she's on the internet, you know, her goal is to come down here and be confident, you know. You hear the way she speaks. She speaks like, ain't no bitch prettier than me. They ain't got what I got, you know. What she say? Stuff like, my pussy better, whatever. That's really a thought and a mindset that she has, right? And so, one thing about Steffon's, he always got something else going on. And it shows right up in the messages, right? And it's interesting because we may hear something else to come up about him. And, you know, one thing about her, she like to, you know, rant and come and talk about it and cry about it. Hell, you don't know what side of the gate she gonna be on, but this is the energy, right? And I'm gonna say this too. She's been supporting him, right? Because the Six of Pentacles is like a equal or even give and take, you know. And you're really gifting someone, or you're sharing your wealth with others. And when you see the messages in these cards, it's like, you know, the reason why I'm pausing, guys, is interesting because the Temperance card is a Sagittarius card, right? And it just came to me while we're sitting here, just in the middle of me coming with these messages. This is, you know, Steffon's energy right now. And one thing about him, he doesn't have an option but to have balance and be in a routine. And what I mean by that is how he can, you know, he conducts his life. He has to be up, I'm sure, before the crack of dawn to be at practice. It's a certain level of balance. It's a certain level of, you know, like I said, he's probably way more scheduled. And when you see this kind of energy, she's not. So it's like he has balance. She's seeking balance, right? And it gets interesting because it's like she's doing whatever she got to do to keep balance in this relationship. And she's giving a lot, right? I don't know how he supported her. Y'all, I want y'all to sound off in the comments and give me your thoughts. But based on what I see, this is her, you know, pouring into him, so to speak. It's interesting. You know, one thing I can say, and it's interesting in these cards, because I haven't even did y'all personal New Year cards, but just like Thug kept getting 9s, and Cardi's energy is all 3s. We got 3 3s on the table. We got the 3 of Pentacles on the table. We got the 3 of Wands on the table. We got the 3 of Cups on the table. Hell, we got the whole suit. We even got the 3 of Swords on the table. This is interesting because 3, 3, and 3, you know, 9. So, and 26 breaks down to a 1, 20, 26, you know, 10, then a 1 minus the 0. It cycles. I know we are only like a couple of weeks before we get up out of here, but it's a shift and change. And one thing we know is that this is a whole mess. Like, it just be, to me, they had their own soap opera and they whole, drama, circus drama as well, with all the different women, you know, Offset being a third party issue. This is another thing too with the Three of Wands. This is the energy of opposition that she experiencing too, conflict, because her baby daddy and her other baby daddy do not get along, right? That's in the messages. Three of Pentacles, this energy is about setting the tone for business and, you know, creating a successful collaboration, you know. And also is the energy of, you know, three-way party. This Three of Cups is about celebrations. It's the holidays. She's been celebrating, I think, just his birthday. So, celebration energy is here, but this is also a three-way situation. Whichever way you want to cut it. If it's a threesome, it is what it is. If it's, you know, opposition with her offsetting him, it is what it is. I'm sure in her partnership house, and even take it a step further for business, you know, a lot of working together, a lot of extracurricular activities in a community type of energy and setting. And what it does is this right here gonna take her to this right there. You see that Three of Swords? This is just an indication, if nothing else, soul family, and we can go ahead and move into, well, I want to finish these messages out right here, but it's kind of like, wow, you're seeing what you need to see. This turns into heartbreak, right? So she's right back at one. That's what's crazy as hell. She's right back at one, Cardi. With all these threes on the table, I think it's nothing more stronger message on that note is that you will never be with this man by yourself. You're going to always have to share him with somebody else. You got all four suits out the deck on the table. You got cups, you got pentacles, you got swords. You get what I'm saying? You got the whole shebang up here. You got the wands up here. And all these situations are about a crowd. Three is a crowd. Three is a crowd, right? So if she can come up and find temperance, look, the balance in her mindset that she gonna have to share this man and this ain't her man to herself, then it's possible that, guess what? If she got understanding, this relationship might can go somewhere. Because I can tell you what, he gonna do what he want to do. It's in the messages. Six of Cups is here. It's like a, you know, feeling soulmate energy, right? But again, Christmas is here. So we're going to see energy around them in the holidays. It could be some energy around some other women or children's mother, or something may cause some type of friction between them. You know, it can get sticky with all these children and it being the holidays. I could imagine, right? But the celebrations are on the table, okay? This is an energy of, to me, even just one thing about Cardi, she really wants true love, right? The desire is here for that. And it's a deep desire. It's like, it's an energy where she just really, really want to be in love. And this is my soulmate. And we're going to be together. It's just me and you. But let me tell you something. That ain't going to work. This man got community energy. He for the community. You hear me? It's interesting. And the messages are coming through, right? I'm going to say something too about Cardi. You know, she just had that baby. Allegedly, you know, we don't diagnose anybody, but she may very much, you know, be experiencing some type of, you know, challenges by that. Even if it's just a little small case of postpartum, you know, she may not make it visible for you guys to see, but it's in her messages, right? Because Six of Cups is also children, you know. And I'm going to tell you something. This is an energy where she really should have considered not going back on that tour so quickly. She really needs to take time out, a little bit of time, probably work where you can. as closest to home, you know, unless you travel, whatever. But this is the energy of needing to spend time with her children. You just had a new baby. You need to sit down, sis. This is the focal point, right? Because when you see it in reverse, it's just about, you know, in her mindset right now, she's coming in strong. Like, I'm willing to face the challenges, face the opposition, because I really want what I want. I want this to work between, you know, her and STEFFON'S. This is in her mindset. So it's like she set up her mind to, in her mindset, to say, you know what, we're gonna work it out. We're gonna be together, you know, because them buying a house together is huge, right? And she probably will be giving back to, during the holidays, maybe to some of her fans, or, you know, some form of energy like that as well. She may have, oh, I want to say her and STEFFON, he has some type of foundation thing. So it's in the messages, right? Then you have the World here and the Ten of Swords. So like I said, at some point, and you see this right here, the 3, right? At some point, we're going to hear, this is where her and STEFFON they can reach an ending. Or it's a possibility that she may, you know, with that 3 of Swords too, maybe Offset will eventually go ahead and give her the divorce so she can move on with her life into a new cycle, right? Because one thing about the wheel is going to always turn. So this is about the completion of chapters. And maybe, you know, this is just a true ending for them at this moment in time. And she's here now with STEFFON, right? But I'm going to say something too. That 10 of Swords don't have to represent a man. This could represent something that have to do with her personally, you know, maybe in regards to some goals she had, or it may just be the ending. But I'm going to say, when you see this card, it's treachery energy here, right? This is about, like, it's like betrayal. There's no other way to describe that, right? So that's also another energy that she, in the future, could, remember the moon is here, right? Something about STEFFON'S. And he also needs to be safe, because the energy of him being set up in a fight, something could really, really harm him. All right? So he needs to beef up the security. It's in the messages. Empress in reverse, right? Top of the deck, bottom of the deck. She's struggling with that motherhood thing. This girl really need to take time out and go sit down and be with her kids. And not just for the holidays. She need to try to work out some type of routine where she's there and involved more. You know, instead of, I mean, you got to have a nanny, but you understand what I mean. And don't be surprised when you hear and see that. Because she always, you know, sharing everything with us. So I wouldn't be surprised, right? Let's get the energy right now around her at this exact current time. Miss STEFFON'S, right? Let's clear the deck. And this is going to be from her point of view, okay, guys? And then I'm going to move into we should ask about her career, though. Let's ask about that. Let's ask about, before we get into STEFFON, let's ask these cards right now. You know, let's ask about the tour, because we saw it come up, but let's just pull a 3-card pool and see. The outcome of her tour. We need an outcome of her tour be successful. will the show go on? We see the challenges out the gate, so let's just confirm. Success of it, and it. Oh wow, there we go. Messages and the same cards be coming out. Ain't that wild? Okay, so these just extra. So let's look and see. She got the same message as the focal point. So guys, this solidifies while I'm turning these cards now, right? This is confirmation that it's going to be some delays, some cancellations, or some situations when it comes to the tour. That's the 3 of Wands again in reverse. Remember, that was the first card in her suit of the reading. Can't make it up. And now it's the focal point. And this is about, you know, lack of foresight. We talked about it. Her saying, oh, I'm going to bounce right back. You know, I done had 3 kids. I know what to do. You don't. It's in the messages, okay? And something is going to happen or come where it's going to be delays, cancellations, things like that, right? And I don't even know. You got the Queen of Coins here, okay? So that's energy of financial success, you know, about getting organized. That's the energy. We are headed and completing this cycle. And it's time for her to really buckle down. And when I say organize, creating a space. You know, she got the money. Organize the home. Get everything situated before the new year. So you can shift the tide of the energy towards what you wanting to see when it comes to your business. She got some good cards though. She got the Knight of Coins right here. So she's definitely gonna be working hard, y'all, and putting in the work. And the money's gonna come. The Page of Coins is here. She got 3 auspicious cards. So it's some form of delays. Let me say that. But even if it is delays when it comes to the show because that's about traveling abroad, and that to me represents the show more than anything. It's 3 of Wands. But she got other hands and other fires where financial success will deem successful for her. It's in her messages, right? And like I said, y'all gonna see her do some new, something other than rapping or, being an artist. She been dealing with a lot. So we can definitely say that she been tested on a lot of levels, dealing with divorce, got a new baby, So this is about perseverance. It's in her energy, and it's about holding on, to your faith, to, how you move, what you're fighting for, being assertive and effective in, reaching your daily goals and your list and things that you have to get done to take care of all the things that are important, right? So the 8 of Cups is here in that energy as well. So it's like Cardi will have break energy or breakdown energy when things aren't going in a way. She's stubborn, Y'all know that. You watch her clearly enough on the internet the way she come down here and crash out, right? But this is an energy, too, of her not keeping it real with y'all, not keeping it real with herself. Remember, she was like, I'll be on this tour. I'm going to be on this tour. Y'all got my word. And the messages in the energy is showing that, not that that's what she would want it to be, but the universe going to move how the universe is meant for you to go. You're going to go. If you're not, you're not, right? Or you will experience the delays in it all. But the 8 of Cups is also, guys, an energy of, when it's in reverse, it's about when I'm going to use the terminology lack of, the messages, right? This is like dishonest energy. This is somebody who got other things going on. So the challenges lie in that energy of her and Stefan right now. You know, everything is good at the moment, right? But it's going to come a time and the challenge is going to rise between the two of these two, right? And this is the energy of that moon card was there. It's some more things she going to find out about him. She ain't going to like it. But she going to come down here and play in y'all face and act like everything is A-okay. Watch that energy, y'all. Just be on the lookout. You got the Three of Swords here. Deep emotional pain with the Queen of Swords, right? She keep getting threes. And look, the heartbreak stands. We in a whole different deck. So it's going to be her and, you know, whoever else Stefan got going on. Remember, I said she'll never have this man to herself, right? So it's no need for her to... Remember I said it's the energy a little bit of like disillusionment when it come to him, you know? And Three of Swords is the breakup. And this is her energy. So it's attached to, we may see a separation or a break between these two, you know, going, you know, somewhere in 2026 based on a three-way party situation. This is her energy. And she's going to be all in her head about it, right? She going to come down here and talk her shit and tell y'all what happened and what's going on and why she upset. She going to want y'all's sympathy. But when it comes to this man, it's clouded judgment. I'm telling you. It's you, her, and her. Like that damn, was it Chris Brown? Or I can't remember. Or August Alsina. But that's the energy. Okay, that's what it's giving. How about that? Oh, child. New projects on the horizon, right? Look, that's delays in the tour. I forgot that those was sitting right there. Look at that, Soul Family. Two of Wands, everything backs up delays on some level, right? And this is also represents being possessive, you know, over, look at them Two Wands. Steffon's slinging that thing around, honey. Got Cardi and her feelings feeling away. Yes, he does. It's in the messages, right? So let's ask, it looked like for, you know, once they can work out some kinks with this tour, it will be successful, but it might just be them maybe working on switching timing in certain aspects, you know. And once she does that, it looks like she will be fine. It looks like it's going to generate income, you know. So that's, you know, look out for that, Cardi. So let's ask now, we're at 33 minutes, so we got the energy around that. Let's see, will her and Offset get this divorce, child? Will her and Offset get this divorce? Let's try this deck. Will her and Offset get this divorce? Because we can see that she's going to run into some challenges, you know, in 2026 when it comes to Steffon'S. Steffon'S is not a one-woman man. Let's just be clear. You know, and his energy is always the same. You know, I mean, he always got other things going on. You know? So. I'm going to add the energy. Look at me, man. think it's been. Okay. Let's see. We're going to ask how she feels about what Nicki Minaj did, too. It's a lot of cards. Let's see real quick. We're going to move along with it, okay? 3, 3, 3. Y'all, need I say more? I can't make it up. It's just what it is. So it's a understood. We on the third day. Y'all see that? That it's just the bottom line. That man gonna live his life and he gonna do exactly what it is that he wanna do, and she is gonna have to share him. Okay, it's in the messages. This is not a one-woman man. That's a fact, Jack. That's crazy. The first card to come out is lies. Ain't that crazy? Ooh, this toxic between her and Offset. And look at that man over there in jail like that. Ain't that crazy? These cards is funny. They look just like comic book. They a comic book, okay? First of all, this is Offset. And that was the issue they had too. Him cheating. Damn, Cardi, you deal with the same situation, okay? We on Offset, and this is the same thing. 3, 3, 3, right? And also the 3 of Pentacles. This is them not being able to come to an agreement when it comes to this divorce. It's certain energy around avoidance, so you won't have to go through with it. It's in the messages, right? Her first card is lies. And ain't this what this relationship was? It was all about lies. Hell, he lied to her. She lied to him. You know, they lied to everybody. I mean, come on. And look at that person with that false mask on. You know? It's like they gotta... It's tough. He feel away. She feel away. He feel away. That's just the bottom line. It's here and it's in the messages. And the reason why the energy is so strong, this is about the cheating. This is about the deception. This is about the lies. Her making the decision to switch her strategy up and move forward. All right? And it's crazy because it's crazy as it is in one instance that, you know, him cheating on her and all the lies and all the things that they went through, he still really loved this woman. And she loved him too. Look, it's a man and a woman on the card. So no matter how much she come down here and play in our face and say all that negative shit, you kind of remind you of, what's her name, Krishan Rock. I hate blue. I hate blue. And then this week is, I'm sorry and I love you. It's just too much, child. But it's in the messages, okay? Restriction is here too. Remember, this is divorce. This is the divorce, guys, right? And it's so crazy, guys, because this is the 8 of Swords. And it's like the energy of Cardi feeling like I'm trapped with this nigga and he need to let it go. Let it go. She ready to move forward and move on. He holding on. Look how he holding on to them bars, right? That's crazy. And this is all about finances in this energy as well, okay? So this is about love, you know, feeling trapped in a relationship, okay? And this is the energy of, you know, money issues, financial problems, right? The tower, they collapsed. You know? And this is, look, I can't make up the messages, right? This is the energy of, you know, where they just, the divorce is here. They're just not they not, it's gonna be a while for these guys to see eye to eye. Yeah, they have an affinity and a love for each other, but it's toxic. Look at the cards surrounding it, right? This also solidifies it with that Eight of Swords. This is about, him cheating because couldn't keep it in his pants. Lacking too, career-wise, because they was doing their thing. Baby, they was partying. Cardi and Offset was. Yes, they was. I'm saying before the collapse of this marriage. It's a lot of different aspects that played a part, too, in this, where it finally came to this, where it's over, right? She's ready to move on. He not ready to move on. This is about finances, and we already know that story, and it's true. It's here, right? And look, this is about financial disappointment in the energy. So you might as well take whatever it is. If it's a piece of something, yeah, you were there. If it's a situation where you feel like you owe something, this is best for them to part ways, right? And it's some energy, because here it's about, it's like the passive aggressive energy, right? So it's like, and that's the energy he's giving her, sending the people around her to set her man up, right? Because he wearing a false mask in the energy of, not wanting to, he be disrespectful. I'll say be disrespectful, and y'all know it. Saying all kind of little crazy shit and then try to take his page down. He a mess, y'all. This is about her needing to move forward at some point, right? Because this is about unhealthy relationships, That Hermit card was there. She stepped from Offset, and you still married to him, so you really never stepped from him. And then you stepped directly into a whole new can of worms, a whole new swamp over here, right? And it's just the energy of needing to, on different levels, turn the page. Some things, this needs to, be completed and end. Look, you can see the Judgment card. This the High Priestess, so it's, that's energy. That's interesting, guys. It's going to be some news. It's going to be some secrets. It's going to be some tea being spilled, right? It's going to be some tea. Watch. We're going to hear some more stuff about a situation with Steffon's Diggs, in 2026. And you're going to also hear the energy around her having to close out this damn marriage with Offset. This is about restoring a balance with one another, right? You can see it in the messages. Hold on one second, y'all. I think it's the dog rumor. You see, I didn't mess with the cards, y'all. The dog rumor here. It's the holidays. Got to get my Echo Baby situated. But let me just say this, and we're going to move forward, right? Because we already at probably like almost 45 minutes. But listen, it is going to be an issue when it comes to this relationship, right? It's going to be, they're going to run into struggles. They're going to run into, issues with tension between family or baby mamas in a sense, which I think Cardi understands what she's already signed up for. But let me just tell you, the energy is in the messages, right? And she needs to be making sure, remember, like those, this right here is Offset, right? So this is the end of this marriage, guys. And he gonna continue to be on his bully. So she do need to watch that. And I'm gonna say something. Later, because we asking between now and ahead. I know as crazy as it may sound, it's an aspect of her and Offset. It could be years from now. It could be a 10-year cycle, 7-year. They may, reconnect down the line. They young right now. So you can see it in the cards, see it in the messages, right? And this is all because his ass was the same way, cheating and doing all of those things, right? But do they get the divorce? Do they get the divorce? He gonna drag it out, y'all. He gonna drag it out. It's in the messages. He gonna drag it out. We'll just have to come back to that, because energy always changes. But right now, he here to give Cardi a hard time. I mean, he just problematic on all levels, right? Let's ask, we already see STEFFON'S energy. And we just got Offset energy. And he still love her. Ain't that crazy as hell? Let's just get the current energy around STEFFON'S real quick, right? And Cardi B, let's see. Let's get his current energy. And then we're going to add hers in, okay? Because this nigga right here ain't no good, y'all. Allegedly, don't shoot the messenger, okay? But he coming up like he is. I'm telling you, he's sneaky. He on some other shit. He ain't sneaky. He on some other shit, period. It's in the messages. Go ahead and flip and then. Let's see what's up with him. So we'll try to do a through card pull and see. Everybody always, they messages be having more than them little 3. So let's see. What's his current energy right now going on with him? Let's see. Energy too. Right? I'll take it. Energy. Energy to step on this. Okay. Just stop there. Let's see. Oh, let me tell you something. Okay, we got to get into the messy cards. So let's just talk about this with Stefan, right? This is crazy as hell. You got the King of Swords in the upright, right? And let me just say this. This is a man. His cards completely opposite of her cards, right? When you see that energy of King of Swords, that's the energy of, mental, cerebral energy. He's very, very, what you call it, charming. He got away with his words when it comes to her, right? And he like, I'm King Dangling. The confidence in him is like he understands his stance, his position. And he just feel like she understand. And it's almost like an energy where you're going to have to accept this. I'm telling you, look at the messages, guys. Look at this. He understand how he moving. Make no mistake about it. And didn't this keep coming up, this Three of Swords? Third party energy. This is a thing. It's no way around this. Y'all see that? So this is just the bottom line when it comes to Steffon's and Cardi B. You never gonna have him to yourself. Never. He gonna always be doing something else. From the time we flipped your cards on your first reading, in your current energy, you had every 3 on this table. Because it's more than one person. It's somebody else. It's somebody else. This man only has loyalty to himself. It's right here in the messages, okay? He gonna move around. You see that Chariot? He gonna move around. He gonna do exactly how he wanna do. Period. He gonna enjoy. He gonna enjoy it along the way. He is gonna be celebrating. He gonna always have a threesome. Y'all, do y'all see this? Yep, y'all at the house. I can't make these messages up. It's gonna always be a 3-way party in this connection. Period. And like I said, this is the energy of you got certain connections that's cool. You able to help me, get certain projects or goals that I want to get off the ground. Wasn't she supporting him doing something just recently? It's in the messages, right? But on some level, it's not reciprocated. It is reciprocated. It's almost like a motherfucker telling you everything you want to hear. Talking about it. This what it is. This what it is. Well, this is really what it is. Okay? The holidays are here, so we clearly see the celebrations there. But this right here is also another kind of celebration. 3 and 3. It's always going to be 3's a crowd. And at some point, like I said, he's going to be around, what that old saying say, for a little bit of time, but not a long time. Look at that 6 of Swords, right? Because eventually you get tired. And quite frankly, he gets tired. So at some point, these two, they're going to experience, where it's a situation where with Cardi here to understand that this is what it is. It's going to always be me, you, and you. Because the 7 of Pentacles is here. He need to really be careful, I'm telling you, and make sure that he beef up his security. And somebody try to beat you up and have you upside down where you're not able to do the work that you need to do effectively. It's here in the messages, right? Because the 5 of Pentacles is about loss. Out in the cold. And this also ties into that energy. At some point, she not going to want to play along with the game. and they'll move forward and move on. Look at them 7 Pentacles. He always gonna have something going on. But be careful with his out here kicking it with her. And don't get caught up with these niggas and get hurt, because it's in the messages, right? Look at that 5 of Pentacles. This is about, you know, the traditional meaning is hardship, taking a financial loss. But in this energy, the 5 of Pentacles represents like unconventional energy. It can, you know, conflict, right? 5 is about, you know, having conflicts. And it's going to be conflicts in this situation. Look at all this energy on the table, right? Also, that's an aspect of the type of people you deal with. You could deal with some old gutter snipes here and there, some real, or you could be dealing with something else other than women. Allegedly, okay? I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm even going to go a step further with the energy, because of the 2 closeout cards, right, with his energy. The Devil is here. The Knight of Cups is here. First of all, they got good sex, but he got good sex in general and some toxic ways. This is some toxic energy, okay? He got some kinks. Look at that Knight of Cups next to that Devil. And he enjoys it. It's some energy here of some real kinks. That boy who keep having stuff where there's smoke, there's fire, because it's in the messages, right? Conflicted. Do you see the 5? More conflict. Got all them women fighting, right? And look, 2 cards of greed and overindulgence. And also upside down. I'm telling you, it's a woman and a man on that card. Y'all see that? Pay attention. I hope they don't do my thing because of that picture. I hope not, okay? Oh, this is a mess. Well, we see the energy between the 2 of them. It's going good for now, but just hold tight. And it ain't about speaking negative. It's just, it is what it is. It's in the messages, right? So let's get some messy cards. Oh my God. So Offset still jealous. He still love Cardi. Energy is there for him too from her end as well. Let the truth be told. They're gonna move. It's like they stuck. It's like he don't want to move forward. It's like it's like he go hot and cold. That's how those cards were saying. Like he may, you know, be on this aspect of, okay, let's go ahead and close it out. Then he'll get jealous. Let's keep it a buck. And you know, the energy and the tide of change. So it's all about the mood is what I get from Offset, right? But ain't that interesting, guys? Before we leave, that this is the focal point. That tour, something about that tour. It's some delays, it's some situations, and it's a situation where she gonna find new ways to generate income, but also it's a situation where maybe the delays will cause it where if it get pushed back, it's time to make it be effective, make it be successful. Maybe that's what's gonna be needed, because it was in the messages, right? So let's ask this messy cards. Let's just get some current energy in that regard. And we'll pull a few, you know, because this will be, you know, messages through the whole 3 party. But one thing we know is that STEFFON'S is gonna do what he want to do and party with somebody else all the time. Okay, so let's see what messy messages we get as we get up out of here. Celebration and success, but Steffon'S need to be safe though and be careful, because it was in the messages. I know she was complaining about her saying that he was, you know, stalking her and all that kind of stuff, but something about that can happen possibly, you know. So he need to be careful for real. Playing around with Offset. It's truth in it. But it's a lot of different women. She got to share him with a whole lot of people. That shit is crazy. I don't know about that, Cardi, but we'll keep it, so. Let's get some messages. Let's do these first. What y'all gonna be cooking during the holiday, y'all? What y'all cooking for? What's y'all Christmas meal? And do y'all switch it up for New Year's? I'm interested to know. Let me know what y'all doing in the comments. My sons want me to bake some chocolate chip cookies this time. Ooh, shoot. Okay. Let's do that, okay? Messages there. Okay, so let's sit those. Then we're gonna pull these now. A whole bunch of them came out, child. But this is about all of them, so that may be the reason. I'm gonna ask for a few more. All right, let's do it. And last deck, okay? I love y'all. I'll be riding with your girl, baby. I'm gonna go take me a break and have me a little cocktail. And I think I'm gonna come back and do Sydney Sweeney for you guys. So be looking out. I know Thug and Mariah is posted. So I'll be posting this one up next. And then you'll see, should see Sydney Sweeney after. And after that, you should start seeing personal messages for you guys, okay? So I just wanted to give y'all a heads up. It's the holidays. I told y'all I'm going to be posting, even if it's in between now and the middle of the night. You know me, but just know, keep your notification bells on, okay? Let me take it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. one more extra message. There you go. And this one was turned up, so we'll take it, okay? All right, let's get into the messages. We got quite a few and one failed, okay? So you know what deck we start with first. Let's do it, soul family. Let me turn them all the way. So we got cock blocking, inaccessible third-party interferences, failed sexual attempts. Listen, do y'all not see this shit? I cannot make it up. I'm talking about it's safe to say 3-party is what this is all about, right? Fuego, chemistry, intense passion. Things are heating up. Didn't I say that they have some good sex, honey? That's how they got that baby, huh, Stephon? Trolling, intentionally causing upset, baiting a reaction, provoking disputes. If that ain't offset, I don't know what is. Ain't that funny, y'all? Lift off, fast action, progression forward. The wait is over. I'm telling you, it's something in the energy, y'all. Something's gonna come up and come out, right? Sleeping princess, unmotivated, procrastinating, putting things off. Remember I said that's kind of what's in Cardi's energy a little bit, and it's just really, she just need to take her time. She really gonna have to just take a little time and then do the tour. I mean, and I don't mean 6 months or nothing like that, but just she need a little time. She ain't healed from that baby. Think about it, y'all. Just had a baby. Just had a baby. What the old people say, your body's still open, girl. Detective snooping, digging for dirt, accusations. I said it's some shit. I'm telling you. Glow up, major transformation, drastic changes, self-improvement. Okay? So that'd be the energy, you know, her goals and what she's stepping in and stepping towards. But look, mind games here, y'all. Manipulation, gaslighting, scare tactics. If that ain't offset and if this ain't the mind games that Stephon played, listen. It's always all about a squad, ain't it, in this group? Close friends, birds of a feather, flock together, soul tribe. Remember that hermit was there. Cardi gonna need to take this time off. I can't make it up. Inner light, soul searching, finding true self, and living consciously. She gonna have to get out of that block intuition. She gonna have to start using her mindset. Get out the clouds, girl, when it comes to this man. Skirt, quick getaway, the runner, escaping. Something about this, I'm telling you, with them Ten of Swords, they better really be watching it. Honesty, showing true colors, transparent intentions. She about to find out, I'm telling you. Repo, default on payments, financially incapable, repossessed assets. This would be the energy of this divorce, in my opinion, and you know, him trying to recoup and all of the things, right? Body shaming, low self-worth, negative body image, feeling judged. That's the energy that Cardi shares that she goes through, right? Snack, sex appeal, physical attraction, irresistible desire. We know that that's there. We saw that within the Knight of Cups and the, honey, he rocks her world. Do you hear me? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So that's all in the energy, okay? And that her also had a a little steamy connection. If you want to take it for what it's worth out the messages, right? So let's go through this deck, all right? The Yin and Yang Oracle. Turn all of them the right way. And let's get into the messages. Look, storm, unexpected. I said it's something shaking and brewing. It's on the horizon. Present, abundant, gratitude. I did say abundance and finances were there. Remember I said soulmate energy, memories, nostalgia. Okay? Spy. Somebody's watching. Somebody's watching me. Listen. Inspecting. That was in them messages. I can't make it up, right? I ain't never even seen them come out before. Hot. Mars. Attraction. I'm telling you. They be having some nice, sexy nights, baby. I'm here to tell you. Rejection, loss, and fragmented. I'm telling you. Guard your heart, Cardi. Shadow side, moon, the dark night. I said this. It's something about him that goes dark. I saw it in the devil energy with next to that Knight of Cups. Karma, balance, justice. That's your energy. But it's also messages in between all three of you guys. Is that not profound? Karma, balance, and justice. And didn't I say she was trying to find balance? Look, limitations and fears. Something holding her back, right? Twin flames. I never even seen this come out that deck. This is the energy between them. Toxicity, bound, and patterns. That's that devil. And didn't I say that? And didn't I say he's standing on business on the decision he made, on how he handling it? Air, Ace, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And remember that King of Swords kept coming out? And that's also Cardi energy. Oh, the flightiness of it all. Right, soul family? All right, so this is the last of our messy messages, right? Ain't that something? Let's see what we got here. Let's turn them all around. I enjoy doing this. It'd be so much fun. Okay, so behind the mask, hidden emotions, concealing true self, afraid to show reality. No one sees the real me. This could go to me in all three ways. Because people second guessing his sexuality, allegedly Steffon'S Diggs, right? Offset playing a game like he all right, but he ain't. And Cardi also, you know, hides behind, you know, she'll try to come play in your face too. She's so happy she did, she that. But really, she be going through a whole bunch of shit. So this is safe to say that this is all three of their energy, right? Sneaky link. Then we say that Steffon'S messy ass. And also Offset. Really, hidden encounters, private meetings, discreet intimacy. Nobody needs to know. A big break energy, career turning point, major opportunity, life-changing moments. This is it. So look, I did see success once they make course correct changes when it comes to that tour, right? It's going to be something about that, experiencing some form of delay. But even with Steffon'S, he is look like he going to be celebrating. And also, I wanted to say, too, in those cards, I was so caught up in it blew my mind on how it kept coming up, three-way party, right? Or three is a crowd energy. But this is about him also having success in his career. You know, we headed towards the Super Bowl. I don't know the stats on, but I think he's done well this year. So it looks like, you know, he'll have another good situation. So I need to see if they're in the Super Bowl. I'm going to look when I hang up. But he got some good energy, right? Unbreakable, inner toughness, enduring hardship, strength through adversity. Nothing can break me. You know, Cardi does, you know, push through, you know, the challenges. Closure, letting go, ending chapters, emotional release, finally free. So look, that's the messages. Eventually her and Offset can come to an agreement and really go ahead and get that closure that you deserve, both of you guys, so y'all can move forward, you know, co-parent successfully and go on with life. And, you know, the tide will change if it does. If it's meant y'all will meet each other later on. Who knows, you know? Hidden agenda, secret intentions, manipulation, disguised as kindness, hidden motivations, too helpful to trust. I told you that's the energy around Steffon'S, and it was all through his messages, right? Didn't I say toxic love? That could be Offset and Cardi, and this could also be her and Steffon'S as well, right? Pain disguised as passion, addictive patterns, harmful attachment, can't live without. And she might have addiction to, you know, that part of him, you know, and vice versa, because the devil was present. Me versus me, self-competition. Everybody gets this card. Mostly everybody anyway. Personal growth, becoming better than yesterday, my only competition. Sometimes you can be your own biggest enemy. And I think that in her messages too, it also represented that. And her trying to have a lighter heart at things. Instead of running down here to the internet every single time something happened, right? So we'll see. Bounce back, all right? It's in these messages. Maybe this is for Offset. Or, you know, who knows? Maybe even Cardi. Resilience after setbacks. Recovering quickly. Determination to rise again. Can't keep me down, right? We know spilled tea on the way. Secrets exposed, gossip spread, and leaked information. Oops, it's out, and it will be. Look, we gonna hear about some situationships going on with Steffon'S. I'm telling you, unclear boundaries, mixed signals, more than friends, less than lovers. What are we? I'm telling you. Let it go. So this will be them moving on, her and Offset. releasing grudges, emotional freedom, forgiving yourself and others. Then I say she gonna have to free her own heart, right? Something about fake flex in the energy, pretending wealth, showing off borrowed luxury, deceptive bragging, rich on Instagram, broke in real life. It could be the energy of somebody around them that could be causing problems. You know, doesn't have to be them per se, right? Retirement goals, long-term stability, future planning, relaxation earned, living the dream. You know, one thing about Cardi, she gonna work hard, and trust me, she coming up with ways. It was in the messages of what she gonna do to, you know, keep this wealth train going for herself when certain aspects aren't working. With all that Three of Pentacles, to let you know and confirm that even though you may see it because it was in reverse, behind the scenes, she working on some things, you know. Poker face, hiding true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached, you'll never know. Okay. Boundaries, saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Enough is enough. All right, I said enough is enough. Photoshop, fake profession, artificial beauty, unrealistic standards, filtered beyond recognition. Okay, Cardi, that's that energy. Don't be going too far and stay too long this time after you had this baby trying to mess with all that surgery and all that. Leave that stuff alone. Self-care Sunday. Look, I said she needs some time to recharge and spend with her kids and take care of herself. Did I not? Prioritize and rest. Recharge emotionally. Pampering yourself. Me time matters. Look, I guess we all need to hear that, right, soul family? And when it's all said and done, life lessons will be learned on every level. Wisdom gained, completing cycles, growth through experience. I'm wiser now. So she could be experiencing new cycles and change. And right now, it's in the good energy of her and Stephon at the moment. But I can tell you, she ain't, look, this ain't no one-way relationship, baby. It's her and a whole, what they call them? It's a team. Y'all got a team, a sisterhood going on. Because, baby, it was in the messages, right? And Offset, you know, it's time. Y'all, you know, closing out these cycles and, you know, moving on for the better of you and for her, okay? So, y'all, we just gonna look. All we can do is hold out here to the street and look. Time tells, and we will see soon and soon. Hell, we pretty much out of this year. It's only, probably less than a few weeks left now, and we're out of here and into a new season. And we're going to start right back at 1 because that's what that number breaks down to for 2026, okay? So, I will see you guys soon and in the next one. Look for, you know, it'll be, I think I got one more to go. And after I upload this and that one, you guys will start seeing your one by ones, all right? I love y'all. Peace and love. So, family, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching The Common Corner Show. Peace and love, soul family. And I'll see you guys in the next one.